a how-to video on how to make a pot of chili since Hannah in college wanted to know how to make her daddy's chili. So this is my best attempt, first video to show how to make chili. Here's everything I use. I usually start off by browning the onions, and then I chop up the red chili peppers. And if they're not hot, they're warm, they're not hot. They look intimidating. They're not jalapenos, they're just red chili peppers. So chop them up and chop up the bell pepper. Saute them with some oil and get a nice yellow. And while that's going on, my crock pot, I get some sauce going. I put some sauce in there. I might start off with 2 cans. It's different every time. I might do 3 cans of tomato sauce. Definitely 2 cans of Rotel. That's a must. And on the meat, I don't use hamburger. When I can afford it, or if it's on sale, I use steak. And tonight I went by Aldi's and they had a really good deal on some steak, so we're going to make some steak chili. After you have steak chili, you will never want hamburger chili again. It's just not any good. So what I'll do with these steaks, I will season them up with some cumin, put some ground cumin on the steaks, then I will put some black pepper and plenty of it on the steaks, a little bit of garlic salt. Actually, if I had it, I would use a couple garlic cloves in here. I don't have that, so I'll probably put a little bit extra garlic salt on the steaks. So I'll season both sides of the steaks with all these pretty liberally, and then to help them marinate overnight, I will take some lime and I'll squeeze the lime juice on that. That helps it marinate. Sometimes I might actually take half a lime or up to a full lime on the pot of chili when I'm all done and squeeze the whole thing in there. Gives an extra little bite, extra little kick where you can feel it in your jaw. Okay, and on the steaks, I like to cook them outside on the grill. Don't cook them all the way. Sear them real good. And make sure they're really, really pink in the middle. Then I'll cube them up to pretty decent sized squares because they'll finish cooking in the pot of chili. So you will get that seasoning from the charcoal, and it gives a really unique flavor to the chili. I know I said this earlier, if you can't afford the chili, what we usually do is we use pot roast meat that have it cubed, little bits of meat already cubed for a pot roast, and a lot of times I'll use that. It's a lot cheaper and a lot easier. It's already cut up, and I'll still go ahead and season it a little bit, marinate it a little bit, and I'll just cook it in a pan. You probably could cook it in a skewers if you wanted to on the grill. That'd probably be good, but I haven't tried it yet. Okay, so there's our meat, our onions, peppers, or sauces. Because I've got the red chili peppers, I don't use a lot of powder, but I will put some chili powder in there. And of course, mine's pretty obviously meaty, and vegetables I cut them up pretty thick, so it's pretty hearty, chunky. And then I gotta have lots of beans in there. I'll put a big old can of the red hot chili beans, a smaller can of the black beans, and the dark red kidney beans. Put all that in there, and once everything's cooked, everything's in there. See how it looks. If you need to add some water, by all means, yeah, add some water. What I do to help thicken it back up is I use masa flour. Right now it's just dry, but right after everything's made up, I'll take this masa flour, put some water in there, and make like a paste. Not too right, just make the paste out of it, and then I'll stir that in the pot of chili, and that helps thicken up. It also gives us a kind of a corny flavor, corn flavor, not a corny flavor. Gives it a nice yellow corn flavor to it. I like. family, if it was making, if I was making it just for me, I would throw a jalapeno in that mix. They don't like that. So what I do is I'll put the cayenne powdered pepper just in my bowl, and after everything's done, the chili just needs a little bit more. Doesn't quite seem right. Sometimes salt will do a lot of good. Don't use it too much; it's not that healthy. But a little bit of salt in there does good. All right. With all these tomatoes in there, you'll get a real acidic taste. To cut back on the acidity, I used to use a couple teaspoons of brown sugar. And I heard someone say use a Hershey's chocolate milk bar. So that's what I've been using recently. After the chili's made, I will throw an entire Hershey's chocolate candy bar in there. That gives it sweetens it just a little bit, cuts down the acidity, and the cocoa kind of gives it a unique flavor too. It sounds gross. Try it once. You might like it. I like it. If you don't use that, definitely use some kind of sugar, brown sugar in there to cut that back on the acidity. Not necessarily make it real sweet. So that's it for now. I'll try to